Hey, Jacob here, Pusher. If you own an LBZ or LMM Duramax equipped GM truck, you may or may not be aware of some of the shortcomings of the factory intake bridge. I have that bridge here. There's two major flaws with this. First and foremost is flow, but we'll get into that in a second. Secondly, this is a two-piece design. So we have our inlet here, and then we have our bridge here that basically connects both cylinder heads. This is designed to be held together by all the other components, which is your cylinder heads, plenums, your upper cast manifold that comes in and feeds this with air, and then your EGR cooler. And so most commonly, owners of these trucks get rid of the EGR system, including the cooler, and when you remove that EGR cooler, you basically remove your mode of securing these two parts together. So as soon as you start to make some boost with the truck, these two pieces tend to separate and leave you pretty much on the side of the road. Secondly is your flow design here. This bridge has a 2 3/8 diameter inlet here, which really isn't up to par for the power these trucks can make, even from the factory. Fortunately, the intercooler has 3-inch inlet and outlets, so we like to match that with everything we build. And so this guy can definitely become a bit of a restriction there at the inlet. Once air gets into the inlet here and comes into the bridge and has to go to either your left or right cylinder head, it basically hits this flat wall here in the back of the bridge, and there is absolutely no flow direction there whatsoever to guide the air into either cylinder head. So this, is really not a good match for what these motors can make power-wise. So we recognized that pretty early on and developed this SuperMax Y-Bridge, as we call it. This is built out of fully mandrel bent 3-inch tubing. It's fully Tig Welded here in our facility in the US. It has fully CNC flanges. There's a direct drop-in, so to speak, for that. We do switch to a full 3-inch slip style connection, which is much more standard style setup for charge air, turbocharged vehicle systems. It has a nice big bead here, so this is going to work with any off-the-shelf 3-inch silicone coupler. So that being said, this is not a 100% bolt-in setup to replace this, because we got rid of the 2-bolt style flange there. So this is intended when sold by itself for guys doing engine swaps, putting a Duramax in a Camaro or a C10 pickup or something like that. If you want something that's going to drop right into a factory style truck, no worries, we have you covered. We have this paired up with a full 3-inch mandrel bent charge tube that comes down to the intercooler and is a direct drop-in for this guy and all the other parts that feed it with air. We have this guy sold separately for those guys doing those swaps. This takes care of the really intricate, hard to build area, gets rid of the two-piece design obviously and the flow issues with that, and allows guys to just concentrate on building their charge tubes to and from the intercooler. This is shown in our red powder coat. We stock this as well as our intake systems in 6 colors, as well as a natural finish option for guys that are doing their own custom color setup. Another cool feature of this guy is it uses the same O-ring groove here that utilizes the same factory O-ring gaskets that we send with each bridge. Those are really nice if you're a guy that's tinkering with the truck as you're building it and you need to be able to take the bridge on and off a lot. The O-rings generally don't get damaged no matter how many times you install or remove this bridge, versus a rubberized felt type gasket or RTV that you have to replace every time you do the install. Another cool setup with this is that we spent a lot of time on access to all 8 flange bolts. We found on some of the other designs on the market you couldn't get to the lower flange bolts at all. And so with this setup, you can come in with a nice regular quarter inch drive extension and a 10mm socket, get right to the front lower nuts there, no problem. The other 6 are really easy access as well. So this is the only true Y design since we released it in 2014. Remains to be the only true Y setup on the market. It's a really nice setup. Outflows this guy at 600 CFM by 45%, and then the whole charge system that we build outflows the factory stuff by 93% on the LBZ and LMM trucks. If you have an LLY, it's even more than that. We have a video dedicated just for those. You can go check them out. We have a lot of other information on the site as well. If you can't find something to answer a question or concern you have, we're here for you. Give us a call, shoot us an email, and thanks for watching.